everybody's remorseful and everybody feels a certain way after they're caught. You didn't have a life-changing moment after our interaction in March and then say, let me come to court in April like she ordered me to do in person. Not only did you not come to court in April, you didn't come in May, you didn't come in June, and you didn't come until you had another case and you were picked up in custody. You had to be remanded. We had to hold you in the jail just so I...
Today's hearing, Mr. Washington is fully acknowledging of that, and he would like to make a statement or apology to the court in a moment. In regards to the sentencing here, understanding the recommendation has changed. When looking at the first recommendation here, they did note during his conversation that Mr. Washington does take accountability for the poor decisions that led.
Coming before the court on that, for whatever reason, thought it would be in your benefit to just lie as if the court was supposed to follow along with the stupidity that and the game that you thought you were running around in my courtroom. And that was back in March. I issued a bench warrant in April when you failed to appear. Because when you appeared before me in March and you gave me the story that you
made his 3-year-old son well again. And he wasn't handling that stress well last October, which led to the incidents here. I understand and fully acknowledge that the court nor probation is probably deeming him to be a good candidate for probation at this time, given what happened in March. And I think he knows that as well. Given that, Your Honor, we are, accepting that the court is going to issue a jail sentence here. I would ask the court to consider limiting the jail sentence to something that child is improving now, which is good news, but it's still something Phoenix is dealing with. But the worst of that illness was in the fall of last year, and in October in particular, dealing with gastroenterologists, endocrinologists, anything he can.
On the record is a matter of the state of Michigan versus Marquise Washington, 24-03116.
Haley Fortuna Gill on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Mr. Washington, who's joining us via Zoom.
Okay, today was the day that was scheduled for sentencing. I have to refresh my recollection, and now it all comes back. Got it.
Obviously, there's been some unfortunate decisions made leading up to like 93 days or 90 to 100 days, something short of the 365. He has already served 33 days jail at the minimum, as far as I've been able to calculate from numbers given to me by the Ingham County Jail. He also does still have 2 young children who entirely rely on quite dangerous decisions, and those have had some very serious ramifications for him, as well as the other people involved in this case. He admits it was stupid. He has continued to make decisions since then. He advises me, and I believe he advises officer as well, that he's not an individual who drinks often, but clearly when he does choose to drink, he's not prepared to make the best decisions. He knows that. He's learned that in any way a person possibly can learn that. To give some background on him, what was going on around the time of this original incident.
Address the court. The things that you're undergoing or experiencing now, which include the loss of your vehicle, the mounting bills, the inability to provide transportation and support for your child who's facing some medical issues, that is completely attributed to your own actions. You did that to yourself. You put your family in a precarious situation. You sacrificed your freedom. You sacrificed your ability to be there with your family, your ability to work, and your ability to maintain your possessions when you first committed the actions that brought you before the court, and then after and became belligerent. That to me is a deep core issue. And I am happy to hear that you are ready to tell the truth and to move forward in a different light. But I hope it's because deep down you know that you need to make a serious change in your life, because you are on a dangerous path. I've also learned some other information in dealing with this about you, and that you have a history, sir, from what I hear, of using your other family members' names who has the same name as yours. That's what I was advised, and including your dad and your brother, who's a police officer here at the Lansing Police Department. So if the history that you have is lying, You didn't believe it was time to face the truth, but you doubled down and after you commit actions. You're in trouble, and you're going to find yourself behind bars for much longer than 365, or even worse. The actions that you committed to get you before the court, you should be lucky and blessed and thankful to the heavens that you are still alive. You could have taken your own life. You could have taken the life of someone else. And then to come before the court several months later, you never even turned yourself in. So everybody's sorry, and everything gets you here today. And so to tell me about all these responsibilities that you have, and that you now conveniently will have a job waiting for you when you get out. Where were you working before you got arrested?